So good
true.
learning opportunity there.
Brown is very animated.
He's a very talented football player.
That he is.
And Cofield showing him respect if you see in the coverage.
Tadarius Boyd, 2 wideouts either side in a pistol set. Looking to throw, steps in the pocket, lets it fly. He's got a man there, and that pass is overthrown barely.
Intended for McCollum, incomplete.
Going for his big man, Jordan McCollum there, and McCollum, watch this Chuck Fleischman replay. Beautiful throw, by the way. Oh, man.
Great job by the wide receiver. If the quarterback can look off that safety just a little bit, he would have had that wide receiver streaking wide open. So.
And we've seen that all night. He looks where he's throwing the football.
He does. Playing safety against this quarterback right now is a pretty easy job. So, he'll learn as he gets to watch himself on film.
So here's Brown set to punt.
Good kick.
Beautiful punt. Hits at the 41 and rolls dead at the 34, and that's where Coalfield will have a Hammers 1st and 10. Down to 6:25 left to go in this third quarter. We're still at the same score we were at the half. Coalfield leading 20-14. So what do you think Coalfield does in this drive?
I think they're going to go, you'll probably see some more 30 personnel, 3 running backs, try to control the line of scrimmage and time of possession, run the football, eat up the clock, and play Coalfield football.
Both teams made some changes at the half. To the first couple of possessions, that just trying to fill each other out and fill out the changes.
Usually you have it scripted out the first, several possessions of the game, and usually coming out of halftime as well from your adjustments that you just made.
A whistle is blown. Coalfield's going to have to take a timeout. 6:25, Yellow Jackets lead at 2014 here at Rochelle Field on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Fans, Middle School Jackets are on the road playing next Thursday night at Oakdale. Kickoff on Hollis Field is set for 17.
And OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacle blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
The Harriman Utility Board is committed to providing safe and reliable natural gas service to our customers in Harriman and Roane County through the use of safe operational procedures with trained and knowledgeable personnel. An odorant is added to natural gas and maintained to a certain level so that in the event of a gas leak, it can be easily detected. If you smell or suspect a natural gas leak, please call the Harriman Utility Board at 882-3242. We can be reached 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
And welcome back into your OEB Law Game of the Week, where Coalfield takes over with a Hammers 1st and 10. OEB Law, their clients are essential to them, so while other businesses were shutting down because of COVID-19, OEB Law took the necessary precautions in order to safely remain open and available for their clients and community. They social distanced themselves while in and around the office and provided masks handmade by Tim Elrod's mother. That's OEB Law, reckontoacheck.com to see what they can do for you. Hines takes the snap, hands off to Seth Lau.
Seth Lau on the give.
And picks up about 1 before he's brought down by that Harriman defense. Malachi Ray. I wouldn't want to run it, Ray.
No, I wouldn't either. And I'd like to know how many tackles he has tonight because he's been all over the field.
Talented defensive end, Malachi Ray.
2nd and 8, Yellow Jackets. Ball on the 36.
So Hines, in that shotgun formation, sends a man in motion. That's Landon Lau. Handoff. Nope. Fakes the handoff. Hines going to keep it. Going around the left side. Picks up big yardage.
Cole Hines on the keeper.
Malachi Ray in on the tackle again for Harriman.
That moves the sticks. Hammers 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the Coalfield 45.
Really good job here by the Coalfield quarterback. Identify what's going on. Make it a decision and run.
1st and 10, Yellow Jackets.
And when you've got a horse back there like Seth Lau, you know the defense is going to respect that.
Yeah, really. He's a very talented running back. He's a bigger body running back for Class Single A. So he's definitely somebody that needs to have the ball in his hand.
Score of interest in the third quarter. Oakdale's taking the lead over Midway, 20-19. As this play is blown dead.
Looks to be a delay of game. Where did we have movement?
I don't know, but the line judge made that call, which made me think he probably saw it somewhere.
Cofield penalized 5 yards, dead ball foul, false start.
False start. First and long for Cofield.
First and 15, Yellow Jackets. Ball on the
Harriman
Cofield
staying
40.
in man coverage.
Hines takes a snap, looking left all the way, pass is overthrown, and you're going to have a pass interference call. The pass was not, I don't think that pass was catchable, and Pelfrey came up. You'll see it here on the Chuck Fleischman replay.
Yeah, it's unnecessary. You know, it's unfortunate for him. If he would have been making a play on the ball, he wouldn't have had a penalty there. You know, you just got to be heads up and keep your eye on the ball if you're defensive back. Make a play, an effort to the ball.
And that pass was not going to be caught.
No.
It wasn't. It was too high, and Pelfrey made a bad decision right there. That's a 15-yard penalty. It was first and 15. Now we have a Hammers first and 10.
Yeah.
And that's a big one.
That's a big one. That keeps that drive going. It gives you good field position.
Cofield wants to run, so if you can get them behind in the sticks, you got to like your position, but giving up 15 yards like that, that's tough for Harriman. Not sure. Officials need to talk about something.
I tell you, Cofield all night has done a great job in the offensive line and pass protection. I've been really impressed with him all night long, and props goes to that Cofield offensive line coach.
Here's Hines, shotgun formation again, hands off to Lau. Seth Lau has a lot of green grass in front of him to the 30, and knocked out of bounds by Stokes at the 22-yard line. And that's actually Stubbs.
You see the offensive line for Cofield really get outside. Number 60 getting his hands on the safety. Wide receivers blocking downfield. That's what you look for. That's good effort from all 11 players. That's what it takes to have winning football.
Hammers first and 10 for Cofield. Driving, trying to add to that lead. Here is Lau going right side this time. Flags fly, and Lau is stopped after a decent gain of, I think, around 6. We'll check the penalty. It is a hold on Cofield. That'll cost the Yellow Jackets 10 yards from the spot of the foul. I was looking for it on that replay there. Ball spotted at the 33. What's the line to gain? Looks like the 14 maybe.
Holding. First and 19, Yellow Jackets. Ball on the 33.
Harriman staying in the man coverage.
I'll trust Greg Addington, the PA announcer here at Cofield. He says it's first and 19. Here's Hines. Passes to Lau out of the backfield, and Lau is dropped.
Pass, complete to Seth Lau.
Great play by Brady Stubbs.
Really good job of him coming down on the play and breaking down and making a secure tackle. That's pretty good job. Break down, good tackle. Keep your head
Second
up.
and 18, Yellow Jackets. Ball on the 32.
And there were a couple of defenders there ready for that one. So second and long for the Yellow Jackets. 3 wideouts to the right side. What do you want to bet one of them goes in motion? Nope. Here's Hines. Looks downfield. Got a man there. That pass is almost caught. We're going to have a flag.
Intended for Landon Lau, incomplete. Penalty marker on the play.
And I believe that's going to be pass interference.
It's in the area of it. We'll see if we can identify that on the replay here in a minute.
We'll get the call from the official. It is a pass interference on Coalfield. Wow. Okay.
Coalfield penalized 15.
So let's look at this replay. This Chuck Fleischman replay. Okay. So Landon Lau was the intended target. He had his hand on the back of the defender. I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
So it is it's second in the softball field for Coalfield. Hines just going to hand off. No, halfback pass. Lau has a man wide open. It's Nitschke. That pass is almost caught. It is caught at the 10-yard line. Woo! Boy, I thought that hit the ground.
What a play for Coalfield. What a throw by Lau, and what a catch by Nitschke. All guys that we mentioned in our pre-game lineup, just very talented guys. It's a great play call, as you see here on the replay. Lau sold it just enough to get that defensive back to bite. Standing wide open. Just throw it to me, baby.
All right, let's watch this very carefully.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know.
That's all right.
Let's see. That's tough. That's even tough to see on the replay. It does look like that ball hits the ground, though. So now we get the 30 personnel as Lau takes the handoff. Not a lot of running room on this Hammers 1st and goal. Gosh, that was about a 30-yard pickup on that halfback pass.
That's a dandy play. That's a gutsy call there, really. And it caught Harriman totally off guard, as it did me.
Well, it's interesting. Coalfield will throw a halfback pass.
And Harriman is up front. They are tired. Their hands are on their hips. They're standing up. So let's see what Coalfield does here. If I'm Coalfield, I'm running the football.
Hines rolls out, tries to find a corner route in the corner of the end zone, and that pass falls incomplete. Intended for Levi Mullins.
Intended for Levi Mullins, incomplete.
Let's watch this Chuck Fleischman replay.
You'll see the defensive line for Harriman stand straight up.
Mullins was there. That pass was just a little overthrown. And that's a tough pass to make for a sophomore quarterback. With 2:40 left to go in this third quarter, Coalfield wants to talk about it. They lead this one over Harriman 20-14.
Thank you, Mr. Walker.
A lot of years have passed since that TV ad. Hammer stores are still offering up-to-the-minute fashions for men and women, famous label outdoor wear and boots, area rugs, and exciting purchases. All at Hammer's famous low prices.
Race on down!
Game of the week. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by James Gibson, and I said that Coalfield will throw that halfback pass because that is Seth Lau's second pass attempt of the season, and he's 2 for 2. The perfect quarterback rating so far. So his first attempt went for 45. That one went for about 30. So he's putting up some pretty good numbers at quarterback.
Yeah, when you run man coverage, sometimes when you run off tackle enough, you'll get that safety and that cornerback to bite on it, and you'll catch them sleeping. And they took advantage of it and picked up a huge play. 14-20 with 2:40 left in the third.
All right, 3rd and goal from the 10. Coalfield. Hines going to roll out, pass over the middle, and that pass is short. A little bit behind his intended target, which was Lau. And so a 4th and 10 situation here. And boy, Harriman wants to get out of here and keep Coalfield off the board.
Yeah, interesting play calling there, throwing the ball a lot down here with Harriman's defensive line standing up. But Coalfield's more comfortable with throwing the ball down here, and it didn't work out. Let's see what they do here with 4th and goal.
All right, big play here. And we've got a flag, and I know. Okay, so illegal substitution on Coalfield. They had 13 men on the field.
And I'll tell you, with Coalfield electing to throw the ball, that doesn't even really hurt them. That actually gives those wide receivers a little more cushion to be able to get some room from those defensive backs.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So 4th and goal, ball spotted at the 14-yard line for the Yellow Jackets.
4th and goal.
Huge play for this Harriman defense.
Harriman coming back out in man coverage, so look for Coalfield to do some crossing routes or something, try to break away from the man coverage.
Here's Hines. Lets it go. That pass is incomplete. Results in a turnover on downs, and that is a big stop for Harriman.
Huge underscore, huge. Let's see what Harriman does offensively coming back out here. Are they going to run the ball a little bit more, or are they going to sling it down the field? As you see on the replay, there was nobody open for the Coalfield quarterback. He scrambled, tried to give it his best shot, and threw it into double coverage.
On the turnover on downs,
so Harriman will take over, and OEB Law donates a $1,000 check each week during Rivalry Thursday and in our game to a high school club or student that best exemplifies school spirit. So there's Tim Elrod and Sean Basler. Sean Basler, of course, the athletic director of Coalfield High School, receiving that check earlier today. That $1,000 is going to go a long way for a school like Coalfield. So we thank OEB Law for what they do each and every time they allow us to come onto the field. And this time, on Hammers 1st and 10, Boyd tried to get the hard count. Nobody jumped, so then handed off to Stokes, and Stokes had nowhere to go.
They have tried that little counter play where they pull the guard and tackle several times tonight. I don't believe they picked up any positive yardage on it.
That was a great play by the defensive end that time. That's Isaiah Sheldon.
Blue Devils.
Sheldon was being blocked and got a paw on Stokes. Was able to bring him down. Boyd dropping back to pass. Got a man. That pass is incomplete as Clark and Mullins went up for it. I think both got a hand on it, and the pass fall is incomplete.
Yeah, the junior Levi Mullins coming up big on the coverage. It was a really good job. He made a play to the football. That's the difference in a pass interference and not. You see how he turned his hips as soon as he seen the wide receiver looking, and he went after the ball. That's a great job of the defensive back.
Yeah, a great play because Cam Clark got both hands on it.
Guarantee you he's going to get an attaboy in film study after this game watching that.
And then Mullins, we got a great shot at that one. Mullins able to knock that away in midair.
And Coalfield going in some different coverage here. They're showing respect to the talented wide receivers of Harriman.
Boyd, big third down. He's looking. What's he going to do? He's going to keep it.
Stokes keeps. Correction. Tadarius
and
Boyd
so
keeps.
Boyd is dropped, picked up
First by number
Picked
10,
up a couple
Isaac
yards,
McKinney.
but it's still going to be 4th and 10 as he was running for his life. I just ran out of room there.
He really did. Coalfield has had pressure about all night without having to send anybody, and that's hard to do. And the offensive line for Harriman is going to have to work on their pass blocking skills a little bit more, setting their feet and keeping their feet chopping, because Coalfield's just kind of running around them.
The Blue Devil defense did its job there, getting the stop, but then the Blue Devil offense with a 3-and-out, and now here is a wobbly kick that rolls out of bounds at the 39. So you got a net gain of, I don't know, it was a net punt of about 24 yards, but we do have a flag. The flag sits at about the 12-yard line. A hold on Coalfield. Oh, boy. Okay, I see it. The hold came after the punt, so you still will have a change of possession.
Yep. Punt return team for a reason. They will be blocking. So once he kicked the ball, they began blocking, and he was holding.
And goodness, that 10 yards is tacked on to the end of that punt. So it was a 24-yard net punt, but now after that 10 yards, it becomes like a 34-yard net punt and backs Coalfield all the way up to the 49, which, I mean, that's still really good starting field position. But
Coalfield had to waste a timeout there, had too many guys on the field.
41 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Coalfield leads at 20-14.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
And welcome back to our coverage here at Rochelle Field for your OEB Law Game of the Week. I am Aaron Harvey, joined by James Gibson. Coalfield will have a Hammers 1st and 10 from the Harriman 49-yard line with just 41 seconds left to go in this third quarter.
And I tell you, I like Coalfield's body language right now. Harriman kind of walked out on the field here, so they're feeling this third quarter. So let's see what happens with Coalfield's response.
Clark really deep, Hines really deep in that shotgun formation, and here's a handoff. Great running room for Kanan Bowling, and Bowling gets to the 35-yard line. Pickup of 14 breaks up another Hammers 1st and 10.
Again, Coalfield is winning the numbers game. They are going in motion and having more guys blocking blue hats than what Harriman's having up there. So Harriman's going to have to make some adjustments to that off-tackle play quickly.
1st and 10 Yellow Jackets.
So clock is running, 15 seconds left to go. This might be the final play of the quarter. Hines sends Mullins in motion from right to left. Handoff all the way. This goes to Nitschke. Nitschke crosses the 30 down to across the 25. And I'm sorry, that wasn't Nitschke. That was Bowling again. And Bowling is knocked out of bounds with 0.9 seconds left. Ball spotted at the 19, another Hammers 1st and 10. And if you're Coalfield, boy.
You see what they're doing. Coalfield is just running their wide receivers off the ball because they know that they're in man coverage. And it's just creating a lot of open field running for the running backs at Coalfield. No adjustment from Harriman's defensive coordinator on the man coverage.
This time it's Lau in the backfield with Hines. Mullins in motion from left to right. The third quarter expires, but not before Lau gets up to about the 14-yard line, and Coalfield is just running it straight down Harriman's throat. The third quarter ends. The Yellow Jackets hold that 20-14 advantage in your OEB Law Game of the Week.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
I gotta go shower.
It's laundry night.
Dishwasher needs to run.
And the Hot Water Wars. A Rinnai tankless water heater gives you an endless supply of hot water for everything you need to do.
Feel the comforts of home with natural gas. Natural gas tankless water heaters cost almost 3 times less to operate annually than the electric models. Make the switch today.
Renai, hot water for all.
Interest.
Back for the fourth quarter, your OEB Law Game of the Week. Yellow Jackets threatening, leading this one 20-14.
Cumberland got nothing. Final, Alcoa
2nd and 6 coming up for Coalfield, just breaking off just 8-yard, 10-yard, 12-yard runs every single play. And this is what we talked about. Coalfield wants to wear you down, and they have with that time of possession, and that power running game is working right now.
Yeah, the physicality of the trenches for Coalfield has been impressive tonight. They have really got some grit, and that shows.
Seth Lau on the give.
So Seth Lau starts moving to his left, can't find any room, so goes to his right instead, makes it up to the 8-yard line. Now they move it back to the 9.
For the measurement.
So we will have to have a measurement to see if Lau got the first down. But great effort by Lau.
Yeah, great effort. He's a really good, talented football player that could play any classification football, multiple positions. He's a very good athlete. First down.
And he did get the Hammers first and goal. Ball spotted at the 9. Yeah, I have a feeling Lau is one of those players that if a quarterback gets hurt, God forbid,
a couple of additional scores.
Lau could come in and play quarterback.
Oh, yeah, he could play multiple positions. He's probably one of your better wide receivers, one of your better running backs, one of your better blockers and defensive backs. He can do it all, and we've seen him play for 5-6 years now, so very talented player. Man coverage for Harriman.
Hammers first and goal. Hines fakes the handoff to Lau, keeps it on a draw, and is down at the 6-yard line. I thought he had a hole there for a second.
Yeah, he did, and Dylan Coco was on the spy and tripped him up. Just for Coalfield, it's been impressive tonight. They have really
great play by Coca. Second goal from the 6.
Jackets. Ball on the 6.
Coalfield threatening.
Ooh, this is probably going to be a stretch run play to the left for Lau. No, Hines keeps it again, and he's in major trouble. Gobbled up. Fortunate to get as many yards as he did. Now see, I saw that open up as a stretch play. Coalfield's thinking they're going to think this is a stretch play. Instead, they're going to let Hines keep it.
That was a called keeper the whole way. You could tell by the fake handoff to Lau. So that was called from the sideline.
Yep. See, I'm playing checkers. They're playing chess.
Yeah. I bet the offense coordinator was wishing he would have handed it off because he would have walked in for a touchdown. But at any rate, it was a pretty good play.
We appreciate the second look at that with our Chuck Fleischman replay.
From the 7.
Serving Morgan, Anderson, Roane County since 2010.
Same formation.
Ooh, hard count, and I believe Harriman jumped.
Penalty marker on the play.
And that might change your play call for Coalfield.
Harriman's arguing. They thought somebody else jumped, but it don't matter. You can argue as much as you want. So from the 6, penalties assessed half the distance to the goal. Coalfield will have it. 3rd and goal from the 3.
I'm looking at Seth Lau here.
3rd and goal.
Let's see what Coalfield does.
Hines takes the snap, looking to throw. Now he's going to run, and down at the 2-yard line. Coalfield almost got Harriman to jump off again.
Yeah, the big defensive tackle, number 71 there, he moved and got in an awkward position before the snap. And that's something I have no quarrel about. Defensive line, the ball's right in front of you. You need to watch the ball.
So interesting play call there. Coalfield dropped back to pass when they've been able to run with a lot of success. But I guess shorter field, they feel like Harriman can bring more in the box.
At Seth Lau split out wide.
Hines, handoff, up the gut. Canaan Bowling, touchdown, Coalfield.
Canaan Bowling carries. Canaan Bowling scores. Play covering 3 yards.
So you mentioned that Lau was split out wide. Is that what we call a diversion?
It more than likely had to be. I don't know if they are shadowing Lau with one of their better defensive backs or not, but they elected to go to the junior right there for the handoff. It paid off.
So Coalfield extends its lead 26-14, will attempt a 2-point conversion here, and this is a big one.
Going back to the 30 personnel.
Hines under center. Rolls to his left, now has to get rid of it. That pass is batted and almost intercepted again. 2-point conversion fails. So we've got a 12-point ball game with 9:13 left to go in it. Coalfield leads Harriman in your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Football is back. And OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacle blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
Coalfield tacks on 6 more points in your OEB Law Game of the Week, leading over the Harriman Blue Devils 26-14 with 9:13 left to play. As we get ready for our Davis Funeral Home kickoff, Davis Funeral Home with 2 locations, Harriman and Wartburg. Call Robert Preston Davis for your funeral needs.
Is committed to
That's
providing
865-882-2000 or 346-2211, or go to davisfuneralhome.com. Thomas Brown back deep to receive for Harriman. Hayden Hicks set to kick off for the Yellow Jackets. And the kick is fumbled and fallen on at the 33-yard line. And that's Stokes.
Brady Stubbs.
Stubbs, rather. So Brady Stubbs, I think, anticipated having a chance to return that football before he caught it.
Yeah, he did. He took his eyes off the ball, and that's just a unfortunate mistake by the young man. But let's see what Harriman does here. See if they've changed up anything. Are they going to stay in shotgun, throwing the ball around, or are they going to try to take some deep ball shots?
Hammers 1st and 10. Boyd sends a man in motion. Looking to throw. Gets it out to his motion player. And that's Campbell.
Complete.
And Campbell catches it immediately, is down. Pickup of 1. We'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Again, he's not getting his feet set to release the ball. He's throwing off his back foot a lot. Once he watches game film, probably tonight, tomorrow, he'll learn from these mistakes because he has a bright future as a quarterback for Harriman.
I agree. Just a sophomore. Got 3 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right this time. Boyd lets it go. Pass is complete to Brown. Brown goes out of bounds at...
Pass.
They're going to get him just shy of the 40, I believe.
Complete to Brown.
Yeah, they're going to give him the 39. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6. A short 6, a long 5.
For the Blue Devils. Ball on their own 39.
I'm not too good to go for a hard count here and try to run the ball with a little more favorable field position. Let's see what Harriman does.
This is a big down for Harriman. And Boyd will take the snap, looking, lets it go way upfield to the big man, McCollum, and he's out of bounds. Made the catch, but out of bounds. Gosh, I think if you get one-on-one coverage, you just do that every play, don't you?
Well, he is a heck of an athlete. You know, that is somebody that I would be targeting a lot, especially with any kind of one-on-ones, 50-50 balls, because he's going to catch it. I mean, he's a heck of an athlete. Once he really learns the position, learns to play football, learns to play wide receiver, you will see that guy really develop into one of the better football players in East Tennessee.
Harriman's got to talk about this one with 8:14 left to go in the game. Coalfield leads 26-14. Because this is a big play. And we would like to thank Randy Ellis, Roane County Commission chairperson. He says, go Blue Devils. Randy is a graduate of Harriman High School and supports the Blue Devils. Proud to serve the 2nd District of Roane County and wants to make Roane County a better place for all of us. That is Randy Ellis. The commissioner is in attendance tonight. We were able to identify him in the stands in the pregame. Actually, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors as well. Harriman Utility Board, Oak Ridge Utility District, Evans Mortuary, S.L. Bowman & Sons, Griffin Insurance, Rockwood Natural Gas, the City of Rockwood, and, of course, Randy Ellis.
Fourth quarter, Midway 34, Oakdale 20.
I don't know if you just heard that score, but Midway's gone up on Oakdale 34-20. So Oakdale led that one 20-19 in the third quarter.
I'm sure depth is starting to play a factor in that game.
I think depth is starting to play a factor in this game.
Oh, it is. Coalfield, to me, looks more polished.
Fourth.
They look like they have really been working in off-season conditioning.
Travis Tapp elects to go for it here. Down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Boyd takes a snap. Looking to his left. Lets it go. That pass is picked off. And that's Seth Lau.
Intercepted. Number 5, Seth Lau.
Mistake by the young quarterback. He threw off his back foot again, anticipating pressure. You know, he can watch that game film and really start to step up into the pocket. He would have had plenty of time to make a better decision, like the streaking number 5 wide receiver for Harriman, wide open down the field.
So you were able to identify on the Chuck Fleischman replay that Nick Pelfrey was open. You see there at the top of your screen. Ooh. So now Harriman is really back up against the wall. Blue Devils have to have a stop here. And Hines is going to have to call timeout. And there's a flag on the play. The flag, I'm not sure. I'm being told that Coalfield is out of timeouts. So we've got a delay of game, and Coalfield is going to have to come back out onto the field.
5 yards, dead ball foul, delay of game.
That worked out in Coalfield's favor. It's pretty smart. They'll take that to be able to coach them up real quick. It worked out.
That's a technical foul basketball. All right, so 1st and 15. As Lau drops his head and picks up a couple yards to bring up 2nd and long.
Really good play by Cam Clark coming up there and laying the stick hit there. Watch him. Comes up, makes a good, secure tackle. That's all you can ask for.
That's it.
Do your job. And if all 11 do their job, got a good chance of winning.
2nd and 13. Hines in a shotgun. Again, hands off to Lau, going from left to right. Lau is met in the backfield, but still somehow makes it up to the line of scrimmage.
Big Malachi Ray again in on the early hit, and he tried to arm tackling Seth Lau, and Lau broke loose. Good job by Malachi breaking loose. He dropped his head, and that's why he missed that tackle. Overall, good job by the Harriman defense.
And again, this is a big drive. If Harriman wants an opportunity to try to get into this football game, they have got to stop Coalfield here.
You're exactly right. And Coalfield has had a lot of success running away from Malachi Ray.
And look at this, new formation for Coalfield. Hines looks over the middle. That pass is incomplete. There's a flag on the field around the line of scrimmage.
Pass intended for Lau, incomplete. Penalty marker on the flag.
It looked like Coalfield lined up with some slot backs on that play.
Look, yeah, holding.
Okay. That penalty's declined, however,
Penalty is declined.
which will bring up 4th and
It's 4th
13, and the Yellow Jackets will send in their punting unit. Coach Tapp is screaming over there. He needs his return team in.
He does. Now, this is a huge catch for our punt returner. Does he let it roll and bounce close to the goal line, or does he catch it and get good field position? Let's see.
Landon Lau, that kick is wobbly.
Not a chance.
Straight up in the air. Takes a great Coalfield bounce, though.
Landon Lau's kick.
Ball from the 48 is called dead at the 27, so not a very good punt. Just got about 21 yards on it. So Harriman has some time. 6:30, down 2 scores.
First and 10, ball on their own 26.
But got to get the ball going just a little bit.
Got to have more effort out of the offensive line, and got to have your quarterback really step up to the pressure here. Coalfield has been getting pressure all night with just sending the bare minimum 3-4 defenders. Let's see if they can step up here.
And again, going deep to a streaking Brown. And if Brown catches that, he's at the 20, the 10, the goal line, touchdown Harriman.
Seeing the Harriman coach and staff over here doing jumping jacks.
Oh, yeah. Watch this Chuck Fleischman replay.
Good throw, good pass protection. Just a missed opportunity by the wide receiver.
Beautifully thrown ball. You can't ask for a better ball than that.
No, you can't. And I'm sure he's feeling that now, but you got to bounce back for your team here and make a play.
Would have been a big one.
It would have. If the ball hits you in the hands as a wide receiver, it's your job to catch the ball.
Empty set again. Boyd takes the snap, looking, lets it go to McCollum, and McCollum has running room after the catch, still on his feet. Cross midfield, gets to the 41, and is brought down. Beautiful tackle. What a great play by Dawson Nitschke.
I'm telling you, Dawson Nitschke is a heck of a ball player, but number 19 for Harriman is a different animal. Like I said, you can tell that he's had limited experience playing football just by seeing him run in open field. But what you can't coach is talent and height and size, and he has it.
He does. There is a penalty on the field, and
great catch on the replay here. Made a man miss.
That's a guy who's going to help them out a lot.
A lot. He is a talented player, and he will be getting some attention very soon, I can promise you.
Penalty is declined.
That was a pass interference on Coalfield. Harriman declined that one, so the big play will stand. Did you see that smile on Chuck Fleischman's face just a second ago?
Absolutely. He likes what he's seeing.
He likes good football.
Blue Devils have the ball first.
Big plays. We've had a lot of big plays here tonight.
Harriman on the move.
Coalfield sending pressure.
Boyd takes a snap and has to get rid of it.
I'll take that all day long. That's okay. Now we have a late penalty flag.
Pass is incomplete. Penalty flag on the play.
Was it a lineman downfield?
It's waved off.
Okay.
I think he was going to call intentional grounding. So let's watch this replay and see. He's obviously out of the tackle box.
Yeah, he had a man in there. Good job picking the flag up. But what I like to see out of the quarterback is he threw the ball away. He didn't force it. He didn't throw it into double coverage.
He knew he was in trouble.
He knew he was in trouble. He had to get rid of the ball. So that's overall a good job.
2nd and 10 Blue Devils.
We are watching this young man develop in front of our eyes. He is going to be a difference maker in a couple years.
And he is going to be a lot of fun to watch the next couple of years. Here's Boyd under pressure, lets it go, finds his man, and
Another penalty. Looks maybe face mask area.
I'm guessing it's a face mask. It's hard for us to see because it's all the way across the field, but the Harriman stands blew up, so they saw something.
Tack on another 15. That's a huge gain.
That's Camion Campbell with the reception.
Now he's got to come out of the ball. Well, not on a penalty, correct? Yeah, it was ripped off, so he should not have to exit the ball game.
Personal foul, face masks. That's exactly what it was. We see this on the Chuck Fleischman replay. And that is why the Harriman crowd blew up. They knew they were getting 15 more yards out of that. And Campbell is able to stay in the game. So a Hammers 1st and 10, ball spotted at the Yellow Jacket 23-yard line. Clock is at 5:30, so only a minute has come off of this clock so far for Harriman. Flag on the play. That's thrown by touchdown Harriman, if there was a play. Yeah, that's a false start on Harriman. Saw that coming because the line judge was the one that threw that.
Harriman penalized 5 yards, dead ball foul, false start.
I didn't see it on the replay.
Even though that was a blown call, you had the wide receiver streaking down the ball. You threw the ball down the field. So that's going to have the Cofield defensive backs paying attention to that. So let's see if they counter off of that.
You can tell Colefield's defensive strategy right now is to try to keep everything in front of them. Don't let anything by you.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good strategy for Cofield.
5:22 left to go in this ball game. And here's Boyd. Lets it go. The pass is it caught?
What a play.
Touchdown, Harriman.
Guys, if you're watching from
Jordan
home,
McCollum.
This guy is making a name for himself tonight. I'm telling you what, welcome to East Tennessee football.
Oh, my God.
That's about the third catch tonight that he's had that's been outstanding.
I believe, we're going to see Chuck Fleischman with another big smile on his face.
Stared down the receiver the whole time.
Look at that smile on Fleischman's face, and it goes off of his hands, off of his helmet, back to his chest, and McCollum brings that one in for the touchdown.
Now that is a difference maker that you're seeing right there.
And now, of course, Harriman is going to bring Pelfrey on to attempt this extra point.
Oh.
And it's no good. That's a big miss. But Harriman is still within 6 points here as they've cut the lead to 6 with 5:15 left to go in this ball game.
Reliable natural gas service to our customers in Harriman and Roane County through the use of safe operational procedures with trained and knowledgeable personnel. An odorant is added to natural gas and maintained to a certain level so that in the event of a gas leak it can be easily detected. If you smell or suspect a natural gas leak, please call the Harriman Utility Board at 882-3242. We can be reached 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Harriman makes this a ball game once again. 26-20 is the Coalfield lead with 5:15 left to go in our OEB Law Game of the Week. Blue Devil fans are trying to breathe life into this program and keep this momentum going for this team.
For the Yellow Jackets, Seth Lau.
Pelfrey sets it up for a Davis Funeral Home kickoff. Davis Funeral Home with 2 locations in Harriman and Wartburg. Go to davisfuneralhomes.com or call the numbers on your screen. Pelfrey's kick is a good one. Lau gets it at the 20, and Seth Lau is brought down, runs into his own player, and runs out of room. So Coalfield went conservative on that last drive, trying to take some time off the clock as we see this Chuck Fleischman replay. You don't stay conservative now, do you?
I do. I'm running the football and eating that clock, and I'm doing what Cofield does best, and that's running that football. Keep it under control. Do not turn the ball over. Run the football.
That's why you're a coach and I'm a video game player. As another flag comes out from the line judge, this is going to be I'm guessing it's a false start. I don't know. Dead ball? Nope. Illegal substitution.
That's about the third one we've seen tonight for Cofield.
Yeah, it is.
Cofield penalized 5 yards, illegal substitution.
That's a 5-yard penalty. So the Hammers 1st and 10 becomes a Hammers 1st and 15. 5:10 left to go in this game.
You do not want to throw an interception.
Handoff Lau up the middle. Nothing there.
Lau, the ball carrier.
So Harriman is anticipating. Coalfield's going to run the football.
Yeah, they've got the stacked house around 8 inside the line of scrimmage there, and that's hard to run on, especially out of that formation.
Big Chase Johnson was able to get in there. And now Hines is going to throw screen pass, sets it up for Lau. Lau's got some running room in front of him, gets past the original line of scrimmage. Pickup of about 8 is going to set Coalfield up with a 3rd and long.
Stop by Stokes and Stubbs.
Clock is still running. 4:15 left to go in the game.
Coalfield did a really good job selling the screen pass here. Excellent job getting the big blockers out front. Number 8 for Harriman has lightning speed and runs him down from behind.
3rd and 6.
Nasir Stokes.
On the 33.
Big 3rd down play here for both teams. Shotgun formation for the sophomore quarterback. Sends Mullins in motion. Handoff goes to Lau. Lau trying to get to the corner. Brought down.
Seth Lau, the ball carrier.
It's very close.
And Cam Clark again coming up from hip safety position to meet Lau one-on-one.
3rd and...
Will depend on the spot. And he's short by a yard. 4th and 1. So Coach Henry is going to send the punt unit in and give this football back to Harriman with 3:10 left to go in the game.
Harriman needs to watch the ball here. They're going 30 personnel. They're going to run the football, but watch for hard count.
Yeah, correction. No, it's Hines that's going to keep it on it. What a gutsy play by Coalfield.
Orange and black.
The way Coalfield subbed late. See, in the smaller schools, a lot of the same players are going to be on the field as your wide receivers, your punter, you know. So I thought the way they sent some guys in that they were sending in a punt unit, and I was wrong.
Well, the Harriman fans were thinking the same thing there, so don't feel bad. I like this formation, what Coalfield is doing here. They're going to try to walk away with a win here by keeping the ball.
Handoff goes up the middle. Great pickup there for McKinney. And there's 2:30 left to go in the game.
Again, the Harriman defensive line is standing straight up. They are wore out. And Coalfield looks pretty energized here.
Nice pickup of about 6.
It's working. Do not go away from it. This is too late to experiment and play. Keep running that rock. Harriman has got to have a turnover.
So Hines waits until the play clock gets below 10 and then hands off.
You got to rake at the ball if you're a Harriman defender.
And again, look like McKinney on the carry.
Timeout.
Harriman wants to take a timeout with 1:42 left to go in this game. The Blue Devils need a big stop on 3rd down.
Planning a funeral can be difficult at best, but it can be a lot easier if you work with people who care. That's Davis Funeral Home in Harriman and Wartburg. Davis Funeral Home gives attention to every detail, ensuring your loved ones will be remembered with honor and integrity. Davis Funeral Home works very hard to give you the most professional service possible. Davis Funeral Homes, Morgan Avenue in Harriman and Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Davis Funeral Homes, people who care.
And welcome back to your OEB Law Game of the Week. It is 3rd and 2.
Ball on the Coalfield 49.
Coalfield trying to keep this drive alive. A first down here might end the game. Hines takes the snap, handoff. Big running room. Still on his feet to the 30, to the 20 is Landon Lau.
Landon Lau, the ball carrier.
And with a minute and a half left, Coalfield is getting ready to wrap this one up.
First and 10 Yellow Jackets, ball on the 19.
This Coalfield offense has worn down this Harriman defense all game long, and it's paying off late in the fourth quarter. Clock ticking. Hines waits until the play clock gets to 5. Snaps it. Handoff. Landon Lau again met immediately by Ray and dropped. Short gain on the play. And now Harriman is going to call a timeout with 1:06 left to go in the game. It will be 2nd and long. We would like to thank Randy Ellis, the Roane County Commission Chairman, for sponsoring tonight's game, saying, "Go Blue Devils." Randy is a graduate of Harriman High School and supports the Blue Devils. He's proud to serve the 2nd District of Roane County and wants to make Roane County a better place for everyone. Commissioner Randy Ellis in attendance of tonight's game at Rochelle Field. We'd also like to thank the City of Rockwood, the Mayor of Rockwood and council members Steve Bryant, Jason Jolly, Shane True, Mike Fuller, Harold Holloway, and Bobby Anderson are all big fans of the Rockwood Fighting Tigers and hope they have a winning season this year so that they'll be in the playoff picture at the end of the regular season. As Mayor Brillo Miller would say, "Go Tigers, play hard, and win, win, win." And play hard and win, win, win they did last night, getting the victory over Oliver Springs.
Totally different looking ball club. I was so impressed with how Rockwood responded to the adversity that they faced all week long after the embarrassment to Sweetwater. Way to respond.
3 men in the backfield. Handoff Lau moving to his left, breaks free, gets to the goal line, and touchdown Coalfield.
The ball carrier.
With just a minute left.
Carries for the Coalfield touchdown, the play covering 18 yards.
The Coalfield lead, goes up to 12 as we see this on the Chuck Fleischman replay.
Good field vision by Seth Lau, always. He is a dandy football player.
He's a lot of fun to watch.
He really is. He
does everything.
Really is.
Has an interception on the night. And now Lau's going to get the handoff on the 2-point conversion and trot in.
Is good.
Just give him 2 more points, as now the Coalfield lead is 34-20. 14-point ball game. Even though Harriman has a game breaker at wide receiver, it's a 14-point game. This is going to be really, really difficult to make up in just a minute's time.
Anything is possible.
Trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Welcome back to our OAB Law Game of the Week as we get set for our Davis Funeral Home kickoff. And the kickoff tonight being handled by Hayden Hicks. Back deep to receive is Thomas Brown, like we've seen.
Deep Brown.
And this one is going to make it to Brown. Brown catches at the 15. Looks for his lead blockers. Cuts it to the right. Still on his feet. Breaks free. Gets to the 45. Still on his feet, and finally driven down. Thomas Brown is another excellent football player. There's a lot of talent on that field tonight.
Yes, there really is. A lot of talent that a lot of coaches would love to have around here.
So we've got a trivia question for tonight, and we just want to know. This one should be pretty easy. Who coached Coalfield in 1960 and 1961? We just want to know. Do you know the answer to this question?
Maybe.
You might?
Maybe.
So,
does anybody else?
Coalfield's got a lot of tradition. They've seen a lot of great coaches, including this man who was the head coach in 1960, and that is your grandfather, the late Jim Hoot Gibson.
This was his first high school football position, was here at Coalfield, his first head coaching position, and it left fond memories with him the rest of his life.
So how about that? Here's Boyd. Looking downfield, that pass is intercepted. And we will have a flag, but it's going to come after the interception, and that effectively seals this one. And that's Levi Mullins with the pick.
Pass intercepted, number 20, Levi Mullins. Penalty marker on the play.
Another player that's had an outstanding game tonight, and Levi Mullins. He has made plays all over the field.
So we'll look at the penalty, but it's not going to matter.
I'm not sure how many interceptions Harriman has thrown tonight, but I'm going to tell you, even though the quarterback has thrown some ill-advised interceptions, he is the future of Harriman High School.
So how about that?
This guy, look at him. He was the back foot, but his running back kind of closed the distance on him, made him throw the ball a little awkward. This guy is going to be a very good football player in the future.
I agree. Tadarius Boyd. And that's
another Boyd out of Harriman.
And that's, yeah. and that's an obvious passing situation. Coalfield's setting back, waiting for that pass.
And he is staring at the wide receivers a little too long. But I'm going to tell you, if he just gets engulfed in the film room, he is going to be a dandy football player, especially with a target like he has out there at the wide receiver position.
So Cole Hines, the sophomore quarterback for Coalfield, takes the knee and is going to be credited with this win tonight as a quarterback.
I would say it's safe to assume that Coalfield is lucky, or that they feel lucky they've got Harriman early in the season, because this Harriman team is going to be tough moving forward.
I would say they've improved vastly since we saw them against Kingston.
Yes. And Coalfield, just a normal Coalfield squad, tough, hard-nosed, never give up, great coached. It's just a classic high school football game here tonight, and it could have went either way.
And this has been a fun one to watch.
It really has.
You see the final score, it's a two-score game, but this one went back and forth all night long. It's been really fun to watch. And you know what? Our guy Brad Jones is going to cut up some of those Jordan McCollum catches. McCollum is a player who has gotten a lot of notoriety for his middle school basketball prowess. Made a name for himself last year playing as an 8th grader in middle school basketball, comes out for the football team, and instantly as a freshman makes a huge impact for his team.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Aaron, I know talent, and I see it when I see it, and that young man is going to be a very good football player if he sticks with it, learns the game. I showed you earlier, I'm already texting some collegiate coaches that I'm still acquaintances with and telling them about this guy. You're going to have to put some eyes on him, get him in some camps, really invest a lot of time teaching him how to play football, because I'm going to tell you, a lot of coaches in Tennessee, all class, have that young man.
Yeah, and he's going to be a multi-sport athlete, and you see a lot of upper coaches, your college coaches, your NFL coaches, your NBA coaches, whoever, they encourage you to be a multi-sport athlete as opposed to, quote, specializing in something. Because it makes you an all-around better athlete.
It really does. You experience many different adversities in different sports, and any collegiate coach is always in favor of their athletes playing multiple sports in high school. You see it all the way around. And this guy, I see a lot of similarities in another great wide receiver, local guy in the name of T. Higgins. And I tell you, a lot of similarities there between T. Higgins' his freshman year and this young man, so keep an eye on him.
That's pretty bold praise. That's saying something. T. Higgins, of course, on his way to the NFL to get paid.
In a major way. He's one of the best wide receivers I've ever seen in high school football. But you watch him his freshman year, and you don't see a lot of differences there. So I'd like to see this kid keep developing and someone invest a lot of time in him on learning how to play the position, because he's got a bright future, and he can, if he keeps developing, he can get a free education out of it.
So as we see our stats for tonight's game, let's look into this. So there are the final stats. 18 first downs for Coalfield to Harriman's 7. Rushing yards, 260 for Coalfield, not surprising. Only 54 for Harriman, also not surprising.
That is surprising to me.
You think so? Well, just
very
because.
Few and far between has Harriman High School ever had around 54 rushing yards. That tells me they are changing the philosophy of their offense. They're going after throwing the ball down the field with 243 passing yards out of 297 total yards. That's rare for Harriman High School. And when I look down at Coalfield stats, that's Coalfield football.
I agree. But, we saw they opened it up a little bit against Kingston, but not like we saw tonight.
I advise Coach Tapp to keep doing what he's doing. Stick with it, because it will pay dividends later in the season.
So this is the big one, though. Look at time of possession.
Yeah.
Coalfield 31 minutes and 40 seconds to Harriman 16 minutes and 18 seconds. And I think that's really why Coalfield was able to run the football with success when we got to this fourth quarter. And that really made the difference in this game.
It really did. And Coalfield's always